Hello again, YouTube. House call auto repair. We're going to be working on my 2006 Toyota Corolla. The fuel trims have been a little strange in this thing, and it hesitates sometimes under heavy acceleration, bucks a little bit, and we're trying to figure out why. We've already replaced the air filter, cleaned the mass airflow sensor. Readings have improved a little bit, but we can hear a little exhaust leak. We brought out the SDT-206 Smoke Machine. We're going to put that to the test today. I've already unfastened this cover, so we're going to take the cover off, get it out of the way. And down here, we've got a cover over the exhaust manifold. The gasket's behind here. There's a donut down here. It could be leaking anywhere in this area. I've already loosened up these bolts. There's 4 of them. They can be a little stubborn. Soak them with penetrating oil overnight if necessary. Do it while it's cold. You're going to disconnect your oxygen sensor wire, which is up here. Squeeze down on the little tab, rock the plug, and the plug will come out. Take your heat shield, slide it back, get your wire down inside the hole, and then start to lift it up. And your heat shield comes out nice and easily. I'm going to set that off to the side. I've got the hood propped up with a pipe so that our photographer Brenda can get a little bit more room in here. But this is the area that we're going to be looking in. Anywhere in here we've got some kind of a leak. We can even hear it under hard acceleration. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is fill it up with oil. We're just using Johnson & Johnson baby oil. It's fragranced, but it doesn't have any other additives that are gonna gunk up our machine. And it's approximately 2 ounces. Fortunately, we have a meter on here now that we can tell how much we've got in it. And that's the 2-ounce bottle, all in there. Take our power cords, I'm going to hook them up to our 12-volt power source. I can get them on here. And I just realized these aren't fused, so be careful you don't touch these. Cover back on. Lightly snug. Power connections are in the back. Red into red, black into black. Loosen up this nut back here. Then we're going to grab our smoke injection hose. Take the open end, insert it inside the nut. Actually, probably be just easier to take the nut right off, slide it onto the hose. Slide the hose about 1/4 inch onto the fitting. Slide your nut back on and just gently snug it. Now we're hooked up, ready to go. We'll turn the machine back around again and we'll turn it on. We got green light indicating power. Got a green switch here that turns on your air supply, and a red switch down here that heats your oil. So we'll turn on the air. Relatively quiet machine. We'll turn on the smoke. And it'll take a few seconds or so to start heating up and pushing some smoke through. Now if you look down here, this meter on this side is your airflow rate. And a little ball in here If I plug the end of this and open that up, that ball starts to rise as air goes through, and then when the pressure builds up in the line, the ball drops back down. And now we've got smoke. We're going to take the inflatable stopper, clean some of the stuff off of it here that just got on, and we're going to insert this into the tailpipe. Make sure we don't have any sharp edges on here first. Slide it up in as far as you can get it in without the metal clamp going in. Tighten up the little pressure nut and pump it up. And now it's nice and firm. Take our smoke end and plug it right in there. And we'll let the system fill with smoke for a few minutes.
It's not focusing. There we
go. Okay, it may take a couple of minutes, but you'll eventually start seeing some smoke at the leak. And it'll take a little while. You probably have to blow on it a couple of times. Okay, it's definitely in this area. We've got some smoke behind the manifold underneath. And there we've got it. There's a big crack right here, and the smoke's coming right out of that crack. So the SDT-206 definitely works well. See right down there underneath the weld, right here, there's a crack. That's where all the smoke's coming out from. Okay, now an important note, they recommend in the manual to only let this thing run for a few minutes at a time. I believe it was an 8-minute time limit. You can turn the heater off, let the pump continue to run. It'll continue pumping smoke through the system, which is how we were able to find that. What you want to do is let it run for a little bit to cool down. We've already done that. Turn it off. Turn off your main power. Unhook your battery cables so you don't risk the chance of arcing those other ends. Unplug the little plugs. Loosen up this nut right here on the back and just pull your hose out. Snug it back up so you don't lose it. Now, important with these machines is that you do not store them with the oil in it. This one is very convenient in the sense that not only does it have a fluid level meter, but this cap right here can be loosened up and removed. So you tip the machine back to the point where you can see air go down into the valve. Unscrew the little cap and take your 2-ounce fluid bottle, put it underneath, and literally just pour the oil back into the bottle. Let it run its cool down cycle first, or the oil will be hot enough to melt your bottle. And gently tip it back and forth. There's bottom to this reservoir in here. And once you've gotten all of it out, you go ahead and put your cap back on. Now the oil is a little bit discolored now from having been heated and partially evaporated. We used probably a quarter of the bottle. And at this point, unscrew the valve, let the air out, and gently pull the expandable stopper back out. Disconnect your hose and pack your smoke machine away until the next time you need it. Have a good time, YouTube. We'll catch you again soon. Next one, we'll be replacing that exhaust manifold.